Another spike in your PG&E bill may be coming to your wallet. I'm Marcus Esparza with a full report coming up.
New, local, unique. MyTV53 News at 8 starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to the San Joaquin Valley's only 8 p.m. news. I'm Giovanna Casanova. We begin with tonight's big story, and here's MyTV53's Marcus Esparza.
This spring, another increase on your PG&E bill could be coming.
The California Public Utilities Commission issued a proposed decision that will allow PG&E to start collecting $516 million in revenues for what the utility spent on wildfire, infrastructure, and safety upgrades several years ago on Thursday. The proposal would increase customers $4 to $6 on average per month, that being on top of the $35 average increase that went into effect on January 1st, as well as other rate hike proposals pending before the PUC. The proposed decision would give PG&E the authority to begin collecting from customers before the PUC's final ruling on a $688 million spending recovery request from PG&E. Since January 1st, 2023, PG&E customer bills have climbed 33%, said Mark Toney, TURN's executive director. Customers will see the impact of the rate hike that took effect on January 1st in their bills arriving later this month, he said. Customers will see the impact of the rate the hike took on effect on January 1st in their bills arriving later this month, he said. TURN says the SOAR agency would be more concerned about families having their power shut off because they can't afford higher costs than PG&E's investors.
Despite making electricity unaffordable to the lowest income households, PG&E again raising rates. I'm reporting for MyTV53 News at 8.
Thanks, Marcus. Turning to an update on our rainy weather. Here's a few tips on getting you and your home ready for heavy rain and snow in the higher elevations. First, check and clean your gutters. Ensure your gutters are clear of debris to allow proper drainage. Second, inspect your roof. Check your roof for any missing or damaged shingles. Repairing them before heavy rain can prevent leaks and water damage inside your home. 3. Secure outdoor items. Bring in or secure outdoor furniture, decorations, and any loose items that could be swept away. 4th, clear your drainage systems. Clear storm drains and ditches around your property. Proper drainage prevents water buildup and reduces the risk of flooding. 5. Stock emergency supplies. Have an emergency kit ready with essentials such as a flashlight, batteries, non-perishable food, water, and a first aid kit. Know your flood risk. Understand the flood risk in your area. If you live in a flood-prone region, be aware of evacuation routes and have a plan in place. And finally, stay informed. Do you know the difference between a flood watch versus a flood warning? The Sheriff of Merced shares information about the important distinction between the two.
Hi, Vern Warnke here, your Sheriff Coroner from Merced County. I'm going to start out with this. We don't have any problems right now that we're anticipating, okay? We do know that we have a storm coming, and right now, I just don't think we're going to have the issues. We're going to get wet, it's going to be windy, but I'm going to tell you what a difference is between a flood watch and a flood warning. Picture it as a recipe. You have everything you need at home to make a good stew. You're starting to think about making that stew, well, that would be our watch. You're thinking about it. Well, the warning is you start putting all those ingredients together and put it on the stove and you know what's going to happen. That's what a warning is. Right now, we don't have a flood watch or a flood warning. We're good. So if you hear that, know what it means, okay? And if you get a little nervous, you know, get a hold of a friend, but you're going to be fine. The other thing I want to caution you on is that if you see flooded streets, stay out of them. The potholes are growing and sometimes cars disappear into them. You don't want that to happen, or they start floating away. And that happened last year, people going around barricades. So keep and be rest assured, we are taking care of business, and right now we got nothing to worry about. Just keep your eyes open. And remember one other thing, if you see something, say something. If you see something that's about to go sideways on us, let me know so we can get out and address it before it does become a problem, okay? So, beautiful Saturday, overcast right now. We're expecting some high winds and some rain. We're gonna get our feet wet and it's gonna get muddy, but relax, we got it covered, okay? Talk to you soon.
The powerful series of storms aren't just striking us in the central region. New at 8, Voice of America's Matt Dibble has a story from Oakland, California.
The lives of millions of Californians are being disrupted by two powerful storms that have caused widespread flooding, mudslides, and power outages across the state. The second storm, which made landfall on Sunday morning, has parked over the Los Angeles area, where the California governor has declared a state of emergency for 8 counties. The storms are known as atmospheric rivers for the large volume of water they transport from the tropics and then rapidly release once they make landfall.
This is very rare and unusual and a strong signal of a very high risk of significant flash flooding.
Evacuation orders have been in effect in areas of Southern California most at risk for mudslides and flooding. In Northern and Central California, winds ranging from 60 to 125 kilometers per hour have downed trees and power lines, cutting electricity to nearly 1 million homes and businesses. The storm activity is expected to continue through Tuesday. Matt Dibble, VOA News, Oakland, California.
New from Fresno police, on January 30th of this year, elder abuse detectives arrested Bobby Rodriguez, a Fresno resident, on felony charges for financial elder abuse and theft by false pretenses. In December 2023, the elderly victim was interested in renting a property with a for rent sign in the area of Dakota Avenue and Marks Avenue. Rodriguez approached the victim, falsely representing himself as a property owner. When she asked to see inside the property, she was told it was being renovated and could not be seen that day. He convinced the victim to pay him $1,500 for the first month's rent and a $100 background check fee, promising her she can move in before Christmas. After receiving the victim's money, the suspect ceased all contact with her and disappeared. Through immediate follow-up, the suspect was positively identified and a warrant for his arrest was obtained. The suspect was arrested without incident by detectives. In the South Valley, caught on camera, TCSO drone captures arrest of top 10 fugitive. Earlier this week, detectives with the Sheriff's Catch Unit developed information on the whereabouts of top 10 fugitive, 24-year-old Jose Cruz Orosi. With the help from the TCSO drone, detectives were able to successfully take him into custody after a multi-block chase. Cruz was wanted for parole violation and multiple warrants for resisting arrest. Time to see what's happening across the country and globe tonight. Here's Democracy Now!
The special counsel investigating Joe Biden's handling of classified documents after his vice presidency has declined to charge Biden, despite finding the president, quote, willfully retained and disclosed classified materials. In his report, special counsel Robert Hur said a jury would be sympathetic to Biden and would view him as a, quote, well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. Hur made several other references to Biden's memory, which he called significantly limited. Biden later responded to questions about Hur's comments.
My memory is fine. My memory, take a look at what I've done since I become president. None of you thought I could pass any of the things I got passed. How'd that happen? You know, I guess I just forgot what was going on.
Later, in the same news conference, Biden mistakenly referred to Egypt's Abdel Fattah al-Sisi as the president of Mexico. The Supreme Court appears poised to overturn Colorado's ruling which disqualified Trump from the primary ballot for engaging in an insurrection. Both liberal and conservative justices expressed skepticism over Colorado's case. This is Justice Sonia Sotomayor.
I think that the question that you have to confront is why a single state should decide who gets to be president of the United States. In other words, you know, this question of whether a former president is disqualified for insurrection to be president again is, you know, just say it. It sounds awfully national to me. So whatever means there are to enforce it would suggest that they have to be federal, national means.
The Supreme Court's decision, expected in the coming weeks, will likely apply to any other state where efforts are underway to remove Trump from the ballot, such as Maine. In other primary news, on Thursday, Trump won the Republican primary caucuses in Nevada and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Nevada also held its Democratic caucus, which Biden won. In more election news, the Federal Communications Commission has banned AI-generated robocalls. In Pakistan, early results of Thursday's parliamentary election show independent candidates affiliated with jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan in the lead. Cell phone and internet services were cut off just as voting began, which opposition candidates denounced as another move by Pakistan's military-backed interim government to rig the election. We'll go to Pakistan for more later in the broadcast. Russia's election commission has barred anti-war Putin challenger Boris Nadezhdin from running in next month's presidential election. Authorities claimed around 15% of the signatures he collected for his candidate application were invalid, putting him below the threshold for qualification. Although President Vladimir Putin is widely expected to win the election, Nadezhdin has emerged as the opposition's best shot. He's vowed to challenge his disqualification all the way to Russia's Supreme Court.
You can take me off the elections. Okay, you can. But what will they do with the millions waiting for changes who disagree with the course the country is going? That's the problem. These people are not going anywhere. I will continue working further. We will be moving candidates for elections. We will be organizing a widespread movement.
And those are some of the headlines. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Nareen Sheikh, joined by Amy Goodman. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Nermeen, and welcome to our listeners and viewers around the country and around the world.
We will have more news and weather coming right up.
This is MyTV53 News.
Welcome back. Time to see what's happening in Kern County for our viewers on KNXT. The Kern County Communications team joins us with more.
This year, our residents will see the impact of historic resources on parks, public safety, and economic development. Here's a look at how our Board of Supervisors is investing today for a stronger tomorrow to ensure Kern County is the best place to live and work in the state of California.
It's more than an investment. It's a promise. We're building, growing, shaping our future. Because we're only as strong as the legacy we leave behind.
Para mí, ¿verdad? Como organizador comunitario, no hay nada más bonito en mirar que lo que la comunidad quiere se está logrando. Cuando comenzamos, en mi organización comenzamos a trabajar aquí en La Mona, a apoyar a los residentes. Casi el comentario general que nos decían era de que La Mona era una comunidad fantasma porque nadie del gobierno les ponía atención, ¿verdad?
The world is changing every day, and we're working to leave our corner of California better than we found it.
The energy industry is shifting, but Kern County's not getting left behind. In fact, we're on the offense. We're leading the nation with its energy evolution. This evolution is fueled by the innovation of our legacy partners and by continuous new investment.
Kern County has been feeding, fueling, and defending the world since the 19th century. But something we're most proud of is how we're prioritizing the needs of our residents today.
I realized that the agencies that I was at prior to, without knocking those agencies, are great agencies, but I realized that the Kern County Sheriff's Office is where I wanted to be. It's home. It's a great family here. It's a lot of opportunities. When I lateraled here, there was a couple of other laterals that were coming in with me, and I know there were some that are coming in after. I think with everything that the county's doing for us, us deputies, it's bringing in better recruitment, more laterals, and it's getting the staffing that we need back up to par to help us do the job properly and safely and efficiently. If I can go to work every day and just make the county of Kern a little bit safer every day, then I know I've done my job, not only for my family and my friends, but for everyone's family and friends that are out here. And here at the Sheriff's Office, our command staff trust us, and they know we do a great job out here, and they support us 100%, as well as our community.
Our mission is to exceed the expectations of the communities we serve. changing the way the people of Kern County feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides.
Cuando encontramos a personas dentro del gobierno que están dispuestos a escucharnos, que ponen atención, que toman en serio cuando los residentes en la comunidad van y hablan con ellos, ¿verdad? Que buscan solucionar los problemas que la comunidad le está llevando, ¿verdad? Es para uno como organizador, es el combustible que necesita uno para seguir adelante.
And we ask all of you to join us as we invest today for a stronger tomorrow.
Time to see what's trending. Here's Athena Metsikis.
Okay, so I'm Athena, and this is what's trending. You know I'm going to be talking about the big game. It's so funny because my other job is I call on doctors' offices, and I ask a lot of people, and they're like, some people just don't care about the Super Bowl. Some people are really into it because, of course, the 49ers, we're all here in California, are in it. A lot of people are not going to the actual Super Bowl and going to Las Vegas. Half the nation will go, obviously. Half the nation will not go. Half the nation will go and just go to Vegas and have fun like me. I'm actually going to go and go to the parties for the experience. So that's definitely what's trending. A lot of people would rather just stay at home than go to the bars. Speaking of going to the bars, Gen Z wine drinkers are saying they'd rather drink at home and be with their friends rather at a bar. Super Bowl or not Super Bowl, watching the Super Bowl will make you hungry. That's what a recent survey just said. People are eating M&M's, Pringles, Frito-Lay, Mountain Dew whenever they see a commercial. So another thing about Super Bowl is all the teams are there right now in Las Vegas, right? They have to be. Supposedly they're staying in Lake Las Vegas. I personally can't believe they posted that. Maybe they're trying to get people to go there, but they're really not there. But that's where they are. And the athletes cannot gamble while they're there. I almost feel bad for the athletes. I mean, if they're a gambling addict, that's one thing. But they can't even play roulette. They can't even hit the slots like that before they even play a game, or else I think they can't even play at all. This is kind of a sad story. And back in the day before Ubers and Lyfts, I myself, when I was on the radio, I talked about this. I got a DUI before all these apps were, there, right? Patrick Mahomes' dad just got his third DUI. You would figure Patrick would, I don't know his relationship with him and his dad. It's his third DUI where he lives. I don't know if it's a third strikeout. I don't know if he can even watch his son play the Super Bowl now. So that's what's trending. That's what's going on. Very sad. Something that's not sad, but it kind of makes me sad. The way people are making fun of Taylor Swift and saying she's like a jinx. Well, she was there for all the games and they made it to the Super Bowl. Leave her and Kelsey's alone. That's all I have to say. She's amazing. Leave her alone. Some people don't like Taylor Swift. I love her. She's a woman cheering on her man, and she's a strong woman. Look what she just did with the Grammys. I'm Athena. Happy Super Bowl this weekend. Be careful, and that's what's trending.
Finally tonight, we have a brand new We Work For You series from the city of Fresno.
My name is Miguel Ramirez. I am a senior management analyst for the General Services Department Fleet Division. To put it in simple terms, anything that has wheels on it that's city owned, I buy it. I was a supervisor at an automotive shop before I came here. When I saw this position open, it was the opposite side. It was now buying the vehicles. And I thought to myself, man, this fits me perfectly. It wouldn't even be a job. It'd be fun for me to do because, I mean, who doesn't like buying cars and, you know, construction equipment and fun stuff like that. I purchased all the garbage trucks, the fire trucks, all the Ford trucks we see driving around, any tractors, construction equipment, backhoes, the police vehicles, the fire vehicles. On average, I would say 150 to 200 vehicles a year, somewhere around there. I typically receive all the vehicles. They come here because then I have to do an inspection to make sure there's no scratches or dings or damage to them. When I was in that shop, I saw it as a job. When I looked at the city, that was a career. It's really important to have vehicles, especially for first responders and people like that, but also the water department. We need our water running, we need our garbage picked up, we need our streets fixed. It's nice to see that and know that I have a small part in that being put in place.
Okay, let's get one final check at your weather. The sunshine will finally be coming back out. Highs will be in the 50s. Some parts of our viewing area could still see a bit of moisture. And that does it for tonight's news. I'm Giovanna Casanova. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you here again tomorrow.